Good evening to everyone. Welcome to Pantech e-learning. We are very happy to share this information with you all people and hope you can enjoy the session. We are conducting the many workshops and internships and projects and share the technical knowledge to the people. Myself Ashwini from Pantech e-learning. Today workshop on AI and ML and conducted by the Andhra Loyola Institute of Engineering and Technology. Thanks for giving this opportunity. Of, Thanks for giving this opportunity to introducing the convener Shiva Ramakrishna, Sir, coordinator Pavan. In Pantech e-learning, we are providing. We can start the origin 2004 and 4 branches are there. 100% employees are there, and 1200 employees workshops are we are conducted, and 100% 100 plus webinars are we are giving. We can develop the projects ECE, CSE, Triple E also. These are the domains. After that, we have to start the A and ML concept. What is the intelligence? First, know the what is the intelligence. Intelligence means human thinking is called natural intelligence. Artificial intelligence means we can add the human intelligence to mission. This is known as the artificial intelligence. In the artificial intelligence, we are applying the different application. For example, human behavior with the emotions using Python and AI. For example, we have considered in a happy mood and to recognizing the face. Sad mood also recognizing the face, and energy also have to recognizing the in a different activities we have to capture the photos. In robot applications using the A and ML also. In a robotic applications also we are using A and ML. In many applications, for example, we are using healthcare. Healthcare also we are using AI application. For example, we are connecting the online doctor consultants. We are conducted online. Directly consult the doctor. After that, they have to give the suggestions with the possible of the machine learning AI part. In the traffic analysis also we are using AI part. How to, for example, how to show the practical example. For example, I have to show the different cars are there. Have to capture the every vehicle. We can AI part we can using the data analysis also. First I have to collect the data source, and after we have to perform the action. After that I have to perform the machine learning. After that I have to show the some graphical representation. This is the experience of in the AI part we are using the vast volumes of first I have to collect the data. After that I have to train the data. After that to build up the intelligent to the system. This is the working style of the AI. First I have to collect. After that to learn the data. After that to build the or training and testing the data. This is the definition of the AI. Artificial intelligence, we are using the analysis, the logical data, including the machine learning and interrupt the events and supporting and automate decisions and take the actions. This is the history of the AI. In the 1943, we have to start the mathematical model and build the different years. You have to build the AI. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is the part of artificial intelligence can provide the ability to learn and reason like a humans. How to human can be thinking and machine also we are thinking like this is the part of this is the artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is the sub part of the machine learning and machine learning is sub part of the deep learning. What is the machine learning means? To take the fast data and train the machine and testing the machine is known as the machine learning. In the deep learning we have to capture the images. This is the part of the deep learning. In the artificial intelligence can start in 1950 and machine learning can start the 1990s and the deep learning started from the 2012. Why artificial intelligence we are using? Artificial intelligence we can solve the many difficult problems. With the help of the AI we can create the virtual assistant such as the Google Assistant Siri. This is the example for the artificial intelligence. After that to build the robots environment and humans can be at risk. If you have any risk we can perform, robotics will solve the problems. In AI opens the path for the new technologies and new devices and new opportunities. AI can give the many opportunities in this nowadays. Solve the knowledge intensive task and create the some system and intelligent behavior and it self demonstrate explain the advice to user. Machine learning can be performed the way different human intelligence such as proving the theorems and reducing the manpower and the time and the prediction of the real time data. These are the goals we are using the artificial intelligence. Domains of AI. This is the domains of AI. First, I have to part of the artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can be divided in two types: machine learning and planning. In machine learning, can be divided into deep learning. In artificial intelligence, is the one part of the expert systems. After that, this artificial intelligence and artificial intelligence have the different nodal narrows is there, that is the natural language processing. NLP is the one of the language in artificial intelligence. In the natural processing language we are using the text generation and the questioning answering and context extraction and classification and mission translation. These are all the part of the natural language processing NLP concept. In the speech recognition is the part of the speech to text and the text to speech. For example, you are taking from the Google. First, you have to enter to give the speak and to give the text format. We can give the text. We can also give the speech. This is the part of the artificial intelligence and to give the versions, mission version and image recognitions and the planning and robotics. These are the different parts in machine learning AI. This is the life cycle of the AI. First have in the we have start the AI part. First have the data collection. After that data pre-processing. After that data is cleaning. After that future engineering. Engineering means graphical representation. After that have to train the machine and test the machine. After that tool development and maintenance and improvements. First have to data collection. After that data is pre-processing. After that the data is cleaning. After that I have to represent the some graphical representation. After that to give the mission training and testing. After that to deployment. After that maintains the improvements. This is the life cycle of the AI. This is the two types of this is the types of AI. There are two types are there. In artificial intelligence, this is the based upon the capabilities, based on the functionalities. Based on the capabilities, we are divided into three types. Narrow AI means norm in general AI and super AI. There are three parts are there. In based of functionalities are can be divided into four types. Reactive mission and limited memory, theory of mind and self-awareness. In based upon the functionality can be categorized into four types. These are the types of the based of capabilities. Artificial neuro intelligence and artificial general intelligence, artificial super intelligence, artificial narrow intelligence, which is the narrow range of capabilities we can provide. In artificial general intelligence, we can provide the human capabilities. In super intelligence, we can provide the more capable. Types of AI. Based upon the functionalities, we can use in different application. For example, reactive mission AI and limited memory of AI and theory of mind of AI. They are different functionalities we are using the types of AI. And self-driving cars is the one of the most example of the AI. This is the process of AI. What is the process means? First, we are using mathematical knowledge and programming knowledge and machine learning algorithms, and the ML2 means machine learning algorithms and frameworks. After that, we are using machine learning case study. We are using different streams we are using in machine learning. Artificial intelligence. In artificial intelligence, we are using the you have to knowledge about the mathematical programming language and machine learning algorithms and machine learning tools and a case study. These are the programming languages we are using in AI part. In AI part, we are using different programming languages. That is the Python, Java, Lisp, Prolang and R programming. This is the basic programming languages I are using artificial intelligence. Machine learning, we are starting about the machine learning. Machine learning is the one subpart of the artificial intelligence. Machine learning is the branch of the artificial intelligence or the subpart of the artificial intelligence, uh, which is the focus on the data, algorithms, and in this machine learning, we have to read the humans learn and improving the accuracy score. Machine learning only to calculate the accuracy result. What is the main difference between the A and ML? Artificial intelligence is the technology mission to simulate and the human behavior. Artificial intelligence have to calculate the human behavior. In machine learning, is a subset of the machine learning A and automatically learn the fast data without programming explicitly. In the machine learning is a subset of the AI to give the own machine learning only to read the fast data without programming explicitly. The goal of the AI is in the smart computer system like a human to solve the complex problems. AI can be used in the lot of complex problems we are using. In machine learning also using different applications and to give the accurate output. In AI can be used in the task like a human, and ML is that teach the machines and with the data to perform the particular task and to give the accuracy result. In machine learning we are using the particular task and to give the accuracy result. Machine learning and deep learning is the two subsets we are using AI. In the deep learning is the main subset of the machine learning. This is the one of the main difference in AI and ML. AI can be used in the wide range of the scope, and machine learning can be used in limited scope. And AI is connected about the maximizing the chances of the success and consider about the accuracy and the patterns. On the basics of the capabilities of the AI can be divided into three types: weak AI, general AI, strong AI. These are the three common. There are three types are there: weak AI, general AI, and strong AI. In machine learning can be divided into three types: and supervised learning, unsupervised machine learning, enforcement, reinforcement learning. These are the three types in machine learning. This is the machine learning with Python. What is the machine learning means? Machine learning to give the fast data to train the machine and test the machine and to give the accuracy result. This is the machine learning algorithm. Machine learning algorithms we are using the AI part and the general and predict the output values from the input data. There are two main processing the machine learning algorithms are classification and regression. This is the most two types of algorithms we are using machine learning. This is the one of the example for the complex shopping mall. In shopping mall complex, we are using the different items. We are using machine learning algorithms. What are the types of the data? For example, we are taking from the one data, transaction ID or items which you brought have to mention in columns and rows. How to predict the analysis? We have taken from the shopping mall data to train the machine and test the machine. After that, to give the accuracy result for shopping mall. This is the one example of the product analysis. In the training, we are taking from the 20% and the test training purpose we are taking from the 80% and the testing purpose we are using 20% to give the accuracy result for algorithm. How many types of machine learning algorithms are there? There are three types: supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning, semi-supervised machine learning, and reinforcement learning. This is the subpart of this semi-supervised machine learning. In supervised machine learning can be divided into two types: regression, classification. In regression can be divided into two types: linear regression and polynomial regression. In classification can be divided into four types: logistic regression and support vector mission, ANN and decision tree. In supervised machine learning again divided into three types: clustering, dimensional type reduction, and anomaly detection. In semi-supervised machine learning can be again divided into two types: self-training and low-density separation model. In reinforcement learning can be divided into two types. That is, the first one is dynamic programming and the second one is Carlo methods. In the deep learning also two parts are there. This is the subpart of the supervised machine learning, CNN and RNN. How to work the supervised machine learning means first have to take the input data. Input data means is label data. What is the meaning of the label data means to give the input and attach it to the output to train the machine to apply the machine learning algorithm to predict the result. This is the working style of the supervised machine learning. For example, we have taken from the group of vegetables or a group of fruits and to apply the machine learning algorithms to predict the result. For example, if you want the apple to give the apple result, to give the pineapple to give the pineapple result. This is the working style of the supervised machine learning. In the supervised machine learning, we are using the classification model. What is the classification model means we can solve the output variables and can be categorized into yes or no or zeros ones. This is the working style of the classification. In the classification, we are taking from the linear regression and in the classification models, we are giving the yes or no or zeros ones. This is the examples of the genders. Genders like a male or female. Only two types are there. This is the classification model. After that, we have to discussing about the regression model. In the regression model, we are using output variables to give the real time, such as the unique number, dollars, salary, weight. These are the examples for the regression model. For example, to give the one problem statement and to predict the house prices, to give the selling prices of the house. After that, to calculate the time and to calculate the what type of house you buy, how to mention and to predict the machine learning algorithms. In the machine learning algorithms, we are using different applications, text categorization and face detection and signature recognition, spam detection. We are using different applications. Weather forecasting also we are using machine learning algorithm. And predict in the house prices also we are using. Stock price prediction is one of the most example for the machine learning algorithms. After that, we are discussing about the unsupervised machine learning. Unsupervised machine learning, we are taking from the input data to train the machine. We are applying the machine learning algorithms. After that, it can be categorized into different groups. After that, to predict the result. For example, we are taking from the different animals in the one data set. After that, they are applying the machine learning algorithms. After that, you have to create the model creation. After that, to get the result. This is the working style of the unsupervised machine learning. In unsupervised machine learning, there are two types of the clustering and anomaly detection. What is the meaning of the clustering means this is the most unsupervised machine learning algorithm. In this algorithm, we are using the unlabeled data. Unlabeled data into we are data into the similar groups. In clustering, we are using the grouping of the data. Is known as the clustering. In anomaly detection means identifying the rare items and events and any observations where it is very different from the majority of the data. In unsupervised machine learning, we are using the different application. For example, e-commerce. E-commerce we can provide the services and banking sectors also we can using and entertainment and image recognition. We are using the different application. We are using the unsupervised machine learning algorithm. In semi-supervised machine learning. In the semi-supervised machine learning, we are taken from the label data. We are taken from the label data. After that, to give the train the classifiers. After that, to classify the unlabeled data and train the classifier. After that, to predict the result, and after that, to re-assign the classifier. This is the unlabeled data what to get the result. Semi-supervised machine learning. In the semi-supervised machine learning, continuity assumptions are there. In these algorithms, we are using the closure and each are involved like a semi-output labels. In this, we are using same output label. In the cluster assumptions, we can be divided into different clusters and to share the output labels. And manifold assumptions means to give the lower dimensions than the input space. After that, to allow the distance and the densities to calculate. These are the applications of the semiconductor. Semi-supervised machine learning. What are the applications are there? In speech analysis and web content classification and tested document classifiers. We can also using the semi-supervised machine learning algorithms. This is the reinforcement learning. In the reinforcementing machine learning algorithm, how to work means first you have to take them from the environment. In the environment, you are taking from the interrupter. Interrupter means you have to convert the data. After that, give the one agent. After that, you have to perform the action. This is the life cycle of the reinforcement learning. In the reinforcement machine learning algorithm, first you have to collect the raw data. After that, you have to apply the one environment. That is, for example, you have to take them from the rewards and the state. After that, apply the to give the one agent. After that, to give the result. This is the working style of the reinforcement machine learning. In the reinforcement machine learning, we are using the different application gaming. For example, we are taking from the one gaming. In the gaming, to create the one environment. What is the environment? To create the fire. Fire and machine can be provide the fire and water to give the points. This is the application we are using the reinforcement machine learning algorithm. And also we are using the q learning and the policy iterations and the value iterations. We can also using the reinforcement machine learning algorithms. These are the applications we are playing with the games, different and self-driving cars and ad recommendation system and personal video recommendation system. We can also using the reinforcement machine learning algorithm. What are the prerequisites we are using the machine learning and AI means first you have to knowledge about the mathematical and the statistic and programming language. What are the software you are using means Anaconda Navigator or PyCharm. These are the software you are using to run the programming in A and ML. And Python ideally also used in machine learning. Uh, First you have to learn the A and ML basic knowledge about the Python. Basic knowledge of the Python, we are know the variables, operators and loops, conditional statements, data types, what are the functions we are defined, and library, what are the library packages, NumPy. NumPy can be used in the numerical calculations, any mathematical calculations, array calculations we are using NumPy. In scientific py we are using the any scientific applications we are using the scientific science py. After that pandas to read the one data. For example, we are taking from the machine learning. In the machine learning we are taking from the data previous data set. To read the data set we are using the pandas. In the matplotlib library seaborn also there. In matplotlib library and seaborn you are using the different graphical visualization. In AI part, we are using the OpenCV. OpenCV is the one of the most important library. We are using AI. Which year we can develop 2000 year we can develop the OpenCV. OpenCV is the one of the most important library. This is the open source library. In this library, we can perform the object detection and face detection and face recognition, image segmentation. We are using the OpenCV. In NumPy, we are using the different applications. For example, we are taking from the one image. Image we can be considered as a pixels. Pixels can be represented by the 1 in the grayscale. RGB also we are represented red, blue, green color. This is the representation we are using the NumPy. These are the different libraries can be provided by the Python. What are the AI tools and frameworks we are using means scientific Kit-learn and TensorFlow and Keras, PyTouch, AutoML, OpenNN, Google ML Kit. These are the different AI tools we are using. These are the all are open, free, available. What are the application we are using the AI part means in the personal in AI. This is the whole thing for the introduction of the Python. We have to learn the AI and ML basic knowledge about the Python. That's why I'm telling about Python. What is the Python? Python is the interrupted programming language or object oriented and a high level programming language. Python is a computer programming language which is used to build the websites, software and complex tasks also perform in Python. What are the features of the Python? We can provide the object-oriented and large community support and platform independent extensibility. These are the features can provided by the Python. What is the history of the Python? Python can be developed in the year 1980. Developed by the Guido von Rossum at the National Research Institute of Mathematics and Computer Science in Netherlands. Why Python means we can Python can be provided different features. For example, we are taken for easy and simple, easy to understand to everyone and efficient. Is very easy to efficient and friendly programming language. And we are using the flexible and portable documentation. That's why I'm using Python. Python can be using the artificial intelligence, robotics, quantum computing and web development, automation and testing. We can using the different applications. Blockchain also we are using Python language. Where applications are we are using different applications. I will show them one practical example. Credit card fraud detection. In the credit card fraud detection we are using just Just a minute, I will show the one practical example for the First, first cell we are using NumPy libraries. What are the libraries we are using? Uh, Real-time example we are using NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib libraries, Seaborn, sklearn matrices, and Matplotlib library. These are the different libraries we are using any project. What is the purpose of using any project? What is the purpose of NumPy means to calculate any mathematical calculations, any numerical calculations, any array calculations, we are using NumPy library. After that we are using Pandas. What is the purpose of Pandas we are using means to read the one data set we are using uh, to read the dataset, we are using Pandas library. In Matplotlib library, Seaborn, both are using for the different graphical representation and importing the different mathematics. After that, we are using the DF to read the data. We can assigning the one data. For example, we have taken from the pd.read underscore CSV. What is the purpose are we are using read underscore CSV means to read the data set we are using pandas. That's why I mentioned pd.read underscore CSV. In the CSV file we are mentioned. After that print the df.shape means how many rows are we are taken, how many columns are taken we are to print. That's why I'm using df.shape. After that df.head. Df.head means we can display the first 10 rows of columns of information. In these columns we are mentioned time v1, v2, v3 and different attributes are mentioned in the data set. After that you have to mention the df.info. df.info means have to full information of the data set. In the data set we are taken from the data column is there, the columns names are there and the null values are present or not and count the null values. After that I have to mention the data type. In the data, in the class names they are mentioned two attributes. One is the zero. Zero means not a fraud. One means to detect the fraud. Have to mention in class underscore names. After that you have to print df dot class dot values dot counts. You have to count the values we are using values underscore count. In the output we are result means not fraud. Have to mention fraud values are mentioned. What is the data type we are taken? Int data type. That's why printed in int. After that we have taken from the bar representation. This is the one bar graph representation. In the bar graph representation, in x-axis we are taken from the target values and y-axis we are taken from the count values. In the X label we are taken from the target values and Y label we are taken from the count values. After that I have to mention the title name. Float plt dot title means have to mention the title. What is the title name means count of each target value. You have to mention the two colors, red and green color. There is no fraud. Zero means no fraud. Have to mention in zero in red color. Fraud means I have to represented the one and represented the green color. We are using different colors also. After that print the how many values are missing. After that to check that one we are using df dot is null dot sum dot sum. Now if I are missing any value we are using syntax. After that I have to import the training and testing data. In the training and testing data, we are using 1 to 30 columns. In the 30 columns, we are using print the future names and the target. Have to mention the column names. After that, we are using data underscore target. In the data underscore target, we are mentioned the two types, training and testing. Every data can be trained and tested. That's why I'm using two labels. One label is X label and Y label. In X label we have to train and test it. After that we are taking from the y-axis. Y-axis we are taking train and test. After that we are applying the train and test underscore split. In the training size, I have to mention we are giving that 70% training and 30% we are giving the testing. After that, you have to take in from the random state is equal to 1. After that, you have to print the length of the x train and the length of the y train and the length of the x test and print the length of the y test. You have to print the different training and testing values. After that, we are you import the we are in this first have to data is collection. This is the whole thing for the data collection. What when we collect means we are collecting from the data in Calcula website. First data is collection. After that we are applying the data cleaning. Is unwanted data is any there, we have to remove that one. After that we are applying the future analysis. This is the graphical representation. Different graphical representations we are using in data visualization. After that we are applying the training and testing. In analysis part we are using the training and testing. After that applying the machine learning algorithms. What are the machine learning algorithms to give that apply the machine learning algorithms. After that to give the result. What is the result to mean? To give the accuracy result for the algorithms. That's why I'm applying in this in the analysis. After completion of the analysis part, we are applying the machine learning algorithms. In the machine learning algorithms, we are using the decision tree classifier. In the decision tree classifier, we are using the tree underscore model. In the tree underscore model, we are using the decision tree classifier. In the decision, how to working first in the decision tree, first you have to take them from the root node. And the root node can be divided into two parts. One part is decision node, one part is a leaf node. Leaf node means once leaf node is print, we will not print the any result. This is the end of this stage. Once a decision tree comes, decision tree can be divided into sub. We have to subdivide it. This is the working style of the decision tree. We are taking from the decision tree classifier. In the decision tree classifier, we are applying the maximum how many depths are we are using. In this project, we are using 4. And criterion, we are using entropy. After that, applying the tree underscore model underscore fit. Have to fit the data. What type of data we are fitting? X train and Y train data we can fit it. After that, to predict the result. After that, to print the result. After that, to print this is the example. This is the to calculate the accuracy result in the decision tree. To print the result. Accuracy score of the decision tree is 98.94. This is the accuracy result for the decision tree. After that, they are applying the two class names. One is the not fraud, one is the fraud. We are applying the confusion matrix. In the confusion, why you are using confusion matrix? We are taking from the int or any type of data. We are converting the float data. After that, they are applying the data frame. In the data frame, we are using the matrices. After that, I have to mention the index, class underscore names. After that, you have to using the class names. What are the class names are there? Not underscore fraud and fraud. We are mention the two class names. One is the fraud, one is not fraud. We are applying the heat map representation. In the heat map representation, we are using the data frame. After that, you have to note condition is true or false. I have checking. After that, applying the one color. After that, to print the title name. After that, to print the Y label. What are we taking? In the Y label, we are taking from the only true values. In the x-axis, we are taking from the predictor class. In the predictor class, we are mentioned two, not fraud and fraud. This is the graphical representation of the heat map. After that, we are applying the one more algorithm. That algorithm is logistic regression. Logistic regression is the part of the regression. After that, you have to import the confusion matrix. In the class names we are taking, what are the class names are there? Not fraud and fraud. After that, applying the matrix. What are the matrix we are applying means confusion matrix. In the confusion matrix, we are taking from the two variables, two parameters or two variables, x underscore text and prediction. After that, you have to declare the create the data frame. In the data frame, we are applying the matrix. In the matrix we have to pass the indexes. Indexes we are taking. Index we can consider as a class names. What are the class names? Not fraud and fraud. After that, you have to declare the class names. This is the heap map representation. In the heap map representation, we are using the confusion matrix. In the y label, we are taking from the true values. In the x label, we are taking from the prediction value. This is the whole representation for the graphical representation for the heat map. In the last, we have to a comparison of the two algorithms. We are using matplot library. Matplot library we are using the graphical representation. In the graphical representation, we are taking from the left side. We are taking from the two labels 1, 2. In the height we are mentioned. This is the accuracy result for the both algorithms. After that, you have to mention the floating for the bar chart. In the bar chart, you have to represent the left we are taking and the height. What are the labels are we are taking and what are the colors we are mentioned. We are mentioned the two color names. One is the green color, one is the red color. In the X label, we are taking from the algorithms. In the Y label, we are taking from the accuracy percentage. After that, you have to mention title name. What is our title name? Means performance comparison. You have to compare the two algorithms. That's why I mentioned title name is performance comparison. After that, show the figure size. Have to show the result. This is the whole representation, graphical representation. If we are in this project, we are using two algorithms. One is the logistic regression, one is the decision tree. Decision tree can be represented as a red color, and logistic regression can be represented as the green color. This is the accuracy result to the both algorithms. First, how to run the Jupyter Notebook. First, I have to select the first cell. After that, run the cell. This is first I have to run the first cell. After that, run the remaining cells. Because all the libraries are importing the first cell only. In the Jupyter Notebook software, to show the result immediately in the cell by cell. This is the one of the examples for the machine learning algorithm. And if you have any doubts, ask me. Hello. If you have any doubts, ask me. In the chat box, we can provide the Google form. We can fill this Google form. We can provide the certification. Everyone fill this Google form, we can provide the certification.